Well, it was quiet. That's an aerial plane. This ain't too loud, but... Oh, focus. Anyway, little pre-sunrise. Mother Nature's mean. We were 80 plus degrees yesterday. Finally started cooling off quite a ways after dinner. Yesterday morning, we were 70, or not 70, I can't even talk. Being dyslexic this morning, apparently. It was 47 degrees yesterday morning. It's 36 degrees this morning. What the hell? And it's supposed to be hotter today, so working on one of those over 40 degree swings. And I don't know why these girls bunched up different. There's the token heifer calf. I checked last night, they were all crammed in here. And there was a calf behind that cow's butt against the gate, one of the bull calves. And the poor heifer calf, yeah, she was right where that one is. But I don't see no new babies. I'm beginning to wonder if that ultrasound thing for preg checking was worth it. Because by what we got for guest dates, we should be over half done by now. I was kind of counting last night. I'm going, well, there's like 4 of them that we're all supposed to be due in February that haven't calved yet. And look how many are due this month. And I mean, they're going to have to all do it in the same day if the way we're going. Anyway. Another shot of that. And a shot of that. Yeah, we still got smoke this morning. Becky and I went up last night and looked, and the big stump was kind of to this end, and it was burning down into it good. The other 2 stumps were burning a bit. In the center of that pile, which is kind of bigger stuff and not quite as piled up, is what's still burning. We'll push that up with the excavator in a while. But there we go. Best I'm going to get you. This episode of Heifer Talk with Ed, they're really restless because Becky called me while I'm feeding and wants to talk and gab. And I told her my 12 biggest fans are waiting for me. So while standing here, Hope is now pushed out over there, but she was reaching through here trying to chew on my coat. And I noticed something on Sapphire's ear. I just happened to notice. If you look at her right ear, she must have got stepped on or something when she was a baby. Got a strip peeled off of it. I mean, it's nothing fresh. I just happened to notice it because I never see that ear that way. See, it's kind of, I mean, she could have been born that way, but it looks more like it peeled off because there's no hair growing right on the edge like it should be. And yes, they got to check me out. And Big Girl's calf there, 324A, she came all the way up and came within an inch of touching my hand while I was standing here. So that's a good thing. Huh, yeah. You gonna say hi? Yes, you did touch me. And so did you, 6'11". So, they are hungry. Well, they want their breakfast anyway. How about 241? Are you going to come up and say hi? I got you. Yeah, you let me got you. You got you anyway. Becky's got her bike started now. She parked it outside the trailer last night. Guess what? Seat soaked. Oh, and I thought we only made it down to 36. No, we made it down to 34. And it's supposed to be warmer today than yesterday. I think I already mentioned we were 80 yesterday. But Becky is going to get a bottle for Iceman over there. He must be, yeah, he's got to be standing right in the corner where we can't see from here. Why he thinks there's something there for him. Oh, now I'm seeing. He was standing by the water trough. The other one was standing in the corner. But it would appear that they're cohabitating nicely. Yeah, these babies are all out there playing. Sorry I missed it, but two of them were right at the end of the feeder sparring. Numbnuts there chewing on whatever's on the fence. I'd say there's two still sparring. Yep. Now we're going to run the heifer and one of the other. And Becky just walked into the barn. Let's go see what she's up to. Oh, that's what Becky's up to. That's one way to shut him up. Good morning, Becky. She actually did say good morning. Just not loud enough to hear.
Good morning!
That's better.
Okay.
And poor 511C, when I was feeding the brats over there, she was giving me that look like, can you just make him shut up? I do gotta feel sorry for her. She gotta listen to that. But you got a playmate in here, huh, buddy? Yeah. We probably should check your navel again this morning. See if that highfalutin Draxon did its job or not. Yeah. You gonna run around?
Well, my friend's done eating.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
That would be nice to catch them playing, wouldn't it? Yeah. He's getting 3 bottles a day, and I don't know if that's quite enough for him. He better figure out how to start eating some grain pretty soon. He's actually old enough to. Wish we had some ground oats. It'd be the best thing, because that's better for their gut. It scuffs it up so it'll start working like it's supposed to.
High five, love, and see, baby.
It's like, what are you doing, lady?
I'm feeding him his baba. You eat off of your mom, I think has a baba.
You are a good-looking boy. Yeah, you are. Standing here looking at how thick he is.
His mom is a dumbass.
We got this one. I think some of the committee members were out the day this one was put together, but yeah, you know. He's still got a huge right knee. He was gimping on it there one day, but what did he do? Well, I know what happened. His mama kicked him in it. Becky's going to see if she can get all her clothes sucked off here in a minute, because that's what he's going to go for next. Then we can, wow, everybody will get to see that. Ah!
I know you're not supposed to touch their head. I know. Don't come after me in the comments.
What she's talking about, if you can hear. You don't want to scratch a bull on the face when they're little. He ain't going to be a bull anyway, but you take something you're going to keep for a bull or sell as a bull. You do a bunch of 11s on the face like that, and then they think later that they deserve those and
Ask Brooke.
that you should be playing.
Ask Brooke.
And next thing you know, you got a 2,000-pound bull that, you know, has a 300-pound head and wants you to scratch on it. She's saying, ask Brooke. That I think I've told that story before. We used to move the creep feeders around with the bale loader, pick them up, move them. And we had a bull that we got him in a kind of roundabout way. He was, some old gal had him as a backyard pet, you know, had a couple of cows. And literally, he was a pet, would crawl in her pocket. And some other people, friends of hers, they ended up buying him off of him when he was little and showing him. He did great. But he got older and he wanted his head scratched.
Brooke was what, 3?
Yeah, 3, maybe 4.
I think it was 3.
There's a center console in the bale loader with all the controls on it. And Brooke was in one seat, I was in the other.
They face opposite directions, you should know. For people who don't.
Okay, yeah, opposite directions. One direction's for road travel, one direction's for working. And we were right there, getting ready to set the feeder over the fence. Actually, I had the feeder, 10 feet in the air going over the fence. And that old bull come up, and we didn't have the doors on. And he wanted Brooke to scratch his head.
Didn't want to hurt her. He's one love.
He didn't want to hurt her, but by God, if he came in any farther, he was going to kill her. And I ended up both her hands in my hand and grabbed her tight. I pulled her all the way up till my arm was straight up over my head and her feet were dangling his face.
As she was screaming.
She's screaming her guts out.
And your dad's laughing, hitting the bull back.
Dad came through the gate and he was beating on that bull to get him back out of the cab.
And then stood out there and scratched him, so he was...
Yeah, then Dad scratched him till we were done, so I had to get on and off the machine a few times to finish up.
Brooke didn't want anything to do with that machine for a long time.
I couldn't get Brooke back in that seat. We couldn't get her near that bull. So, but that's why, because they think, oh, you can scratch my head, It's one thing doing a dog. Come here, Rain. Rainy, I'm talking to you. Come here. You scratch the dog, that's fine. She's not going to end up with a 300-pound head and try to squish somebody. And by God, we're going to have a 2-hour video at the rate I'm going. There he goes. He's going to start bellowing again. Oh, maybe he's confused for a minute. I don't want to listen to him, neither do you. What happens when Becky decides that she's got to clean stuff up before she can spray, because there's all kinds of crap growing here, and she moved a bunch of stuff over there. We still got to do something with that stuff. Most of that's going to go in the shop and get something done with it. So, I've been busy on the skid steer. Really don't have any place else to put that. Angle irons off that old bin are laid up here with that piece off the cotton picker. They'll stay there, they ain't going nowhere. And the stand part off that old bin, laying down there with about 3 other bins worth that we haven't already used. And there's a couple rotten pallets in here, so that's where they are. The stuff that wasn't full of nails, Becky's taken up to put on the other fire right now. But that stuff's full of nails that I don't want it out in the field. So Ty is babysitting it at the moment. And what? Oh, yeah, you like that spot there? We were down working on the neighbor's yard light last night. I look over and she had a huge freaking mosquito on her.
It didn't bug me for an hour.
She didn't know it was there till she was almost home. And since then she's gotten a bite down here and God knows how many more. And I'm going to say I'm lucky. And she's going to flip me off for it. I absolutely hate mosquito bites at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season.
Because they get gigantic. They're not just a little one.
Well, they're 10 times more potent too. And it sounds like a lawnmower running next door. I mean, last year I think they mowed the lawn 2, maybe 3 times. Maybe.
2 times, and then they took edger to it. But they still have yet to figure out how to do the front yard over here.
Yeah. Along our driveways, they're grass.
And mind you...
They haven't touched it yet. I'm about to spray it out, so I don't have to worry about it.
Mind you, the only time we met them was when they decided to follow their dog and not knock on the door at the house here. They just followed the dog out back.
Their dog randomly, there's a fence along in those trees, and their dog randomly ran around everything up there and right down past the garage and right back to our trailer. And that could have been really bad because our dogs don't like other dogs. Anyway, Becky's almost up there. She must have dropped a piece. I told her don't drop anything.
I was trying to shove it so it wouldn't drop, but those bumps up there.
She's going to throw that wherever she can throw it up there. And after lunch, we're going to get the bucket back on the excavator. And by then, it's going to be warm enough. It's not going to want to make the trip up there because it overheats. But
we might get it down the bottom of the hill at least.
Get it up there and hopefully get that piled up so it'll finish burning. And this looks better. I got me another, 5 feet of driveway now. Helps with the semi anyway. Well, shit, after fighting a few hundred bees, I did not find the nest anywhere in the cab though. But there's at least 50 dead ones in the bottom, and the rest of them flew off. These batteries have been in here for 15 years. Well, I should say that one been over 15 years. That one I replaced. 24 volt system, so it's a pain in the ass when you go to jump it. So split it up so we can charge them. Put both little chargers on and let it sit here and charge. Tried jumping and it just ain't enough. One of them just doesn't have enough in it. So I guess we won't be running it over there today. And it's too wet to try to get the skid steer out there. I mean, I can go up the lane up there with the skid steer, but I can't get out to the fire once I get to the gates. Becky's been tearing it up enough in the hayfield there with the bike, so yeah. Makes me say words. So, but hey, I got the grapple half unhooked. Hydraulic lines are undone. Need to get it up and get fuel in it. Obviously can't do that yet. I guess we do something else for a little bit. I do got to get a piece of twine because I'm going to have to twine that door shut because right now it's leaning on the hot wire and that's for the bull runs and that needs to be hot. So, grab me a piece of twine. Ty, I think, is getting the chargers. That time again. Vicky's feeding a little twerp over there. In her pajamas again. Yeah, it was warm enough yesterday and hit just over 80 yesterday. We're just under it today, but she was doing too much and too much heat too quick. So, yeah, she don't feel good. At least she's feeding him. And I mean, everybody else fed. I'm thinking they don't want to have their grain tonight because they're not coming up to say hi to me. So, anyway, hope y'all had a good Sunday. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. We should be in here pinching all these girls. None of them are wearing green. Oh, wait, I lied. No. You'd have to look in their ears. Their tattoos are actually with green ink, so dang it. I guess we can't pinch on them. Oh, well. Everybody have a great Monday. Thanks for watching. And hey, you know, the thumbs up and the sub if you want. See what happens. Tomorrow's going to be kind of goobered up, but... Oh, now you come up here. Now you come up. What? Why are you a chicken tonight? Huh? Why are you a chicken tonight?